Good morning, babies. I'm Miss Jess. Welcome back to Babytime. Grown-ups, Babytime is a lap sit program where adults hold their little guys on their laps and you guys participate together. At this age, for the babies, infants, very young toddlers, really everything that they do and they are interested in is what you're doing, what you're interested in. So as much as it might be entertaining to watch me sing on your screen, it's going to be way more effective and useful for your babies as long as you do it with them. So scoop up your little guy, have him in your lap. If you guys have a cozy situation and you want him to sit next to you, that's fine. Just make sure you're joining in and participating with us. If you are home with some older toddlers or preschoolers and they'd like to join in too, they can grab a little stuffed baby of their own. I've got Freddie Bear here. Good morning, friends. And we can join in that way. All right. We do a ton of repetition in this group. It just kind of help you guys remember the rhymes when I'm not in screen here in front of you. And you want to do it later on your own. And it's also going to help reinforce all those little connections that are building in your baby's brain too. So let's get started. We're going to start out with our welcome, hello, good morning rhyme here. We're going to say hello, start down at the bottom, and we're going to say hello to our body as we move our way up. You can touch baby's parts of the body, or you can have them, if you've got a slightly older baby, have them touch their toes and their tummy and their head as we go along. So let's get started. Say hello to your toes, to your toes, to your toes. Say hello to your toes, hello toes. Now we're going to scoot right up baby's body and give a nice little rub on their tummy. We're going to say hello to your tummy. Say hello to your tummy, to your tummy, to your tummy. Say hello to your tummy, hello tummy. And we're going to go all the way up. If you can stretch baby's arms and have them touch their head, they can do that themselves. If they're not feeling it today, that's all right. You can touch their head for them. Or, of course, if you have a little one who's not ready to cooperate with that yet. So, say hello to your head, to your head, to your head. Say hello to your head, hello head. And before we're done with this song, we like to wave hello to our friends. So can you all wave hello to me this morning? Say hello to your friends, to your friends, to your friends. Say hello to your friends. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. All right, keep your babies in your lap. Our next song here, we're going to do a little rocking rhyme. Oh no, it's upside down. Let's try that again. So we're going to do a little rocking rhyme. We've got a rocking horse. So you're just going to take baby in your lap and you're going to rock back and forth while we go. If you've got an older one, especially a big one who can really do a lot of these motions on their own, you can turn them around and do a little row your boat style rocking with them that way. You can have, if you've got a little one, you just want to rock them in your arms. If you're much more comfortable that way, that's fine. As always, these rhymes are pretty adaptable, customizable to wherever you are and what your baby's comfort level is. So you never want to try something that's going to push you out of your comfort level. So you can just modify whatever we're doing to fit with you and with baby and where you are. So let's rock. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, over the fields we go. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, giddy up, whoa! Wow, that's a quick stop, horsey. Let's do that one again. That's a short little rhyme. I think we like that one. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, over the fields we go. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, giddy up, whoa! Whoa, horsey. All right, I'm going to trade these out. I'm going to have Freddie Bear have a seat up here. And I want to tell you guys about two different books today. One of them I've actually got with me, and that is Duck Rabbit. Duck Rabbit by Amy Krause Rosenthal, and illustrations are by Tom Lichtenheld. They make an excellent team. They've got a number of books together, and they're all usually pretty entertaining. Now this one's a little bit abstract in that the concept of the book is pretty much about perspective. So obviously with your little ones, then it's really not about perspective. It's really just about them figuring out what's what. So they're not quite at perspective yet, but this is a fun book to flip through anyway. This book, the purpose is to look at this little character we've got here and figure out if you see a duck who's quacking at me, quack, 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 Or if you see a bunny who's looking off that way, is it a duck or is it a rabbit? It's an excellent question. So, it's a very silly book, and grown-ups, I'm sure you'll get something out of this that's at another level than what your babies are going to. But it's also got very simple drawings and some very simple text, really, too. And you can flip through and read it, and you can read it with baby just so they can hear the words, but also you can just look at the pictures. Honestly, the pictures are very similar on each page as they go through, and the two opposing sides have conversation. But maybe you could take this book and relate it to something you already know. Maybe you could find a book that you've got at home, maybe some board books with farm animals that might have a duck and a rabbit. And you can look at that and say, well, this is a duck and this is a rabbit. Duck says quack. I don't really know what a rabbit says. I think they just go and sniff their noses a whole lot. But a fun book to share with your little ones, and something just to maybe help you remember that there are different ways to see things out there. The other book I wanted to tell you about today, I don't have with me today, but it is called Flotsam by David Wiesner. It is another book about perspective and about the way we see things. This is actually going to be a really fun one to flip through with your little guys because it's got a lot of color. It is a bright, fun book, and it's set on the beach. So as you flip through the book, you find a boy walking along the beach, and he finds all sorts of things like you do on the beach, and one of the things he finds is a camera, and he takes that camera and has the film developed, which well, again, I guess your babies don't know a lot about cameras at all yet, but if you have an older child, you might have to explain to them what this film thing is and how it's developed into photographs. So a boy finds a camera and he has the film developed, and he sees what has come before him, who has had that camera before him. And what it is he's got a picture of a girl on the beach holding a picture. And if you look really closely, the story takes you through what is in these pictures and where that camera has been before him. So it's got some very silly, again, maybe a little abstract concept of perspective and what I'm seeing and then what someone else was seeing before that. But a really neat story. Again, fun, colorful, bright. Got some great beach and some ocean animal pictures in there. So again, that book also is a wordless book. So with baby, you can make up whatever you want on those pages and again, narrate that story as is appropriate at your level and at your baby's level. So I love those wordless books, kind of like the pancakes one we looked at last week. So that's a really fun experience to check that out with your kiddos. Duck Rabbit and Flotsam are both available on Hoopla. So if you have not downloaded Hoopla, you haven't given that a try yet, you can pop over to the downloads page on the Ames Free Library website. And if you've got Hoopla, or once you get Hoopla set up, you can go on in and just do a quick search, Flotsam and Duck Rabbit. So a couple of books to check out this week. All right, I think it's time to take those babies again. Let's scoop them right up. Let's snuggle them back in our laps. Get them all cozy. Here we go. And we're going to take a baby dumpling and eat them right up. So who's ready for a snack? Baby, baby dumpling, put him in the pot. Butter him and sugar him and eat him while he's hot. Nom, 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 nom. Now we do this one over and over and over. If you've been following along with me on our videos, you know we've been doing this for quite a few weeks now. Gosh, we're going on 2 months there. But if you've done story time with me in the library, you know we have been doing this for even longer. This is actually one of my favorite rhymes. I do like to mix things up and put new ones in there every once in a while, but we've been doing this for a year or so. So if you've been doing this with me for a long time, you know that we can always mix it up. Same rhyme, same words. Again, as with our other rhymes, you're going to take baby and go at your own speed. So if baby likes to go up in the air and pop down in that pot, that's great. If you just have a little and you just want to do a gentle little lift, totally fine. Whether you take your hands off baby or hold them snug, that is entirely up to you. But once they get familiar with it and they know what's coming and they know there's going to be that little belly blow at the end, you can always stretch that out like we did that first time and make it take a long time and make them wait and jump it on them, just to give them a little fun. Babies start to learn patterns. Babies start to learn rhythms and rhymes, and they hear what's coming next. So as they get to that point in the song, they know that they're going to get that little tickle. So if you stretch it out, or sometimes you don't wait at all and you just jump right in, it gives that little element of surprise. So that is a really fun way to play with this song with baby. So let's do that one again. Baby, baby dumpling, put him in the pot, butter him and sugar him, and eat him while he's hot. And you give that nice little blow. All right, this is a fun one to do as we get into summer, because they wear less clothes and you can just do a little raspberry on that bare belly. I think there's nothing sweeter than a belly blow on bare skin. All right, babies, don't we love babies tickles? Let's do another one. We'll stick right around that belly button. We're going to go round and round the garden. So we're going to take that little finger. You can walk your fingers around, round and round the garden. Went the teddy bear. 1 step, 2 steps. Tickle you under there. You give baby a good tickle under their chin, under their arms. If baby's not so into this one, you don't have to do the creepy crawlies. Again, this story time is completely customizable. So if that works for you and your little guy, great. Lots of them really like that. Again, they get that anticipation of the tickle, and they get all excited for that. So let's do that one again. Round and round the garden went the teddy bear. 1 step, 2 steps. Tickle you under there. Give him a good tickle. All right, Freddy Bear, let's have a seat here. You can watch. We're going to do our nursery rhymes. I love nursery rhymes. Perfect baby-sized stories. And on top of that, they also are a really fun way to kind of connect with other people and with other generations. Nursery rhymes and Mother Goose, these little rhymes have been around for ages, so long that many of us don't even know them anymore. But if you know a rhyme like Little Miss Muffet, and you know, when they start school, and if they start interacting with other kids, or if Grandpa comes over and does a little rhyme, these are things that are kind of common knowledge. Like, most people know most of these rhymes. So having your baby learn these rhymes is really a fun way to connect with other people. It's one of those things that pretty much everyone knows. So you can you teach these to your baby, and they'll start to be, you know, it's just a little connection that they'll have with other people. So we're going to do 2 today that you probably do already know. This book is one of many that I have at the library that is full of nursery rhymes. Mother Goose Remembers by Claire Beaton. I do love this book because she does some, her illustrations are actually done with fabric. So they're really neat. You'll see that as we go. We've used this book a few times already. And we are doing one you might know, one you might not. Some farmyard rhymes. Hickety pickety, here's our big black hen, and I see a whole bunch of eggs down here in the straw. Hickety pickety, my black hen, she lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. Sometimes 9 and sometimes 10, hickety pickety, my black hen. Now, we talked earlier about Duck Rabbit and that fun book that that we were looking at. So here's another one with a little farmyard creature. So you might just find some books this week on barn animals, and see if you can find, you know, read about what they say, read about what color they are. Again, if you find a book that's just too long or complex for reading to your baby, then you might try just talking about the pictures. Just look at them and say, hey, here's this black hen. This is again where nursery rhymes come in great. This is a nice short one about my black hen. Let's do that again, and we'll do the next one. Hickety pickety, my black hen, she lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. Sometimes 9 and sometimes 10, hickety pickety, my black hen. And our last little barnyard creature, can you guys see this one? I got 1, 2, 3 little bags of wool, but who's that? That's our black sheep. Now this is a fun one too because you can sing it. And again, grown-ups, you probably know this one, so just join in with me. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for my master and one for the dame, and one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. So again, a fun song to sing. You've got some great illustrations here with the master, the dame, and the little boy. You can talk about who they are, but also we can count 1, 2, 3. 3 big bags of wool and all these little black balls of yarn and wool that are lying around our black sheep. So whether you've got a book to look at and the pictures to talk about, or you just sing the rhyme, a whole lot of things to touch base on with baby for those. All right, so friends, it is pretty much time to wrap up our story time. And for babies, that means it's time for our scarves. Now, let's see. If you're at home, you probably don't have these fun little scarves. I adore these. We use them at the library, and they're super fun too because you can see right through them. So you can peekaboo with baby, and she doesn't have to feel lost back there behind that thing. She can still see you. Of course, at home, we probably don't have those, so feel free to substitute with anything you've got. You can use a little bark cloth. Golly, you could use a cloth diaper if you're feeling brave. Pillowcase, a shirt, whatever you've got. Something bright and colorful is always nice. And if you happen to be out in the sunlight, anything that's nice and really catches the light is a fun way to do it. Babies love to watch these things fly around. So grab your scarf or your substitute, whatever you've got this week. We're going to start with our fun Jack in the Box rhyme. So I want you to take that and squish it up and squish it right in your hands until you can't see it anymore. Baby, where did it go? Freddy Bear, Mama had a green scarf and it's not here. Now, if you are using something a little larger, like a shirt or a washcloth, a dish towel, something that's just too big to squish up in your hands, you could always trade out a little toy or a little ball for this rhyme, just to make it something that you can actually tuck away and hide in your hands. So take that, squish it up, hide it. Here we go. Jack in the box sits so still. Will he come out? Yes, he will. There it is, Freddy Bear. And you can pop that little toy, that little scarf, whatever you've got, right up. If you're super good, you can get it to land right on baby's head. Usually that gives a little giggle. Let's do that one again. Once more, this is one that you can do. You can stretch that out and make it go so slow and get that anticipation while baby's waiting for that to pop right out of your hands. Or you can just do it full speed ahead. Jack in the box sits so still. Will he come out? Yes, he will. And there's that Jack in the Box. Let's take that scarf, roll it around. We're going to wave these colors through the sky, and we're going to do our little roly-poly rhyme. So if you know this one, jump in. We're going to start with up and down. If you don't know this one, it's a very familiar tune, and I promise the words are super easy, so you will catch on. Roly-poly, roly-poly, up, 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 up. Roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, down, 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 down. Now we're going to take these scarves. Of course, you can up and down on baby. Our next one is front and back. So again, you touch baby's front, touch baby's back, or you can just show baby out in front and then hiding behind the back. So here we are. Roly-poly, roly-poly, front, 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 front. Roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, back, 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 back. And our last one, I actually like this one best. We're going to go slow, and then we are going to go fast and end it with a good wild wiggle. All right? Roly-poly, roly-poly, slow, 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 slow. Roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, fast, 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 fast. And there we go, waving those scarves. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. We usually end with scarves, but we don't want to forget our sign this week. Last week we talked about pancakes. It got me all hungry. So we talked about food and eat. We learned the sign for eat and our sign for cracker. This week we've got 2 very common baby foods to learn. So if you guys are experimenting with new snacks at home, cereal and banana. So cereal, you can see on the top picture here, You're going to take your finger, I think of it like a little inchworm, and you're basically going to do a little wiggle just under your chin here, so just in front of your chin. So a little wiggle for cereal, kind of like a little inchworm's creeping across there. And banana. Banana is a fun one and pretty simple. If you think about it, this finger is my banana, and I'm just going to take that and peel like I'm peeling a banana. So you can have a cereal with bananas. Maybe you could even add some milk. You've got a delicious breakfast going there. As always, if you want to learn more or find some signs that maybe you might use at home and I haven't introduced, you can go check out babysignlanguage.com, and that has got all of these pictures that I use. It's even got a few videos that demonstrate how to do them. So take it straight from the pros, and you can go check that out. Now, grown-ups, as always, if you would like to continue story time, jump right in with Hoopla or Libby or Overdrive. Some great picture book stories that way. You can always try Tumble Books, which is the really fun program that'll read those books to you. You can check out the nonfiction books if you wanted to look. For example, we talked about a lot about farm animals this week. You could always go check out some of the nonfiction books. The Abdo Digital Bookshelf is a good place for that. Or you might find some in the other links that are available at the Ames Free Library Babytime link. So check those out. I know perspective is a whole big concept, something totally new for the little guys, but now we've got our May flowers. All those April showers are finally gone. The May flowers are here. So maybe take baby outside for a few minutes, go out for a little walk. Go out and enjoy the sunshine, take a blanket and a book and read out in the backyard, explore those farm animals, or whatever it is that you're reading about. Just get some sunshine, some fresh air, and smell those May flowers finally, right? And so that perspective, getting that sunshine and that fresh air can give you a whole new perspective. So go out and take a walk and enjoy that sunshine for a little while, and hopefully you'll come back with a whole new perspective and ready to face another day. All right, friends, so I hope you all stay well, and I will see you next week. Bye.